Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Shamit Leonard are on the wings. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Middleton on the wing. From 13, and he comes up with the deuce.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. 4 on the clock, and that's going to be a travel. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Los Angeles' head coach gave me a few minutes. Naturally, their defensive game plan centers around the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the league's most feared slasher. Kevin, they will do everything they can to keep him out of the lane. Maybe that includes playing 7 or 8 guys at a time.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Beverly. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Beverly against Bledsoe. To the wing right side. Here's Patterson. Off target from outside. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
And it's Shamet missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Matthews, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
So it's the Bucks now after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Bledsoe. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Bledsoe, good job cutting away from the ball and through the defense. Keep him in front of you.
The pass to Shamet. Shoots from the baseline, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jump on time, on target.
Middleton looking it over. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Giannis. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Pass to Zubac. Now here's Beverly. Back to Patterson. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. From deep. And it's Beverly missing. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. The three from Matthews. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Here's Lopez after the basket by Los Angeles. Bledsoe left side. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Giannis gets it to go.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Leonard. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Utah.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Matthews. Here's Leonard, and the layup is good. Leonard's got 5 now.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Pass to Giannis. Outside Matthews. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. Feeds to Patterson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, though, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin, and, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair.
Shooting 2.
But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Harkless comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Landry Shamet. And then for Milwaukee, Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And he sinks the second.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
Now here's Lopez. There's the lob into the Kumbo.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Beverly dishes to Harrell on the wing. Williams. He kicks it to Harkless. Now the pass to Patterson. It's up a three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Great sign when Patterson's connecting from deep. Everything for this offense starts to loosen up.
Lopez outside. The drive by Giannis. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else. After leading the Bucks to an incredible year, Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the Most Valuable Player trophy. A very emotional speech that night talking about his family and his brother and the impact they have. But really, how about the impact he's had on the Milwaukee Bucks franchise and what kind of aspirations they have on the shoulders of this young Greek talent?
Hill passes to Lopez. Ilyasova with the ball. Passes it to Hill. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land. And the Bucks lead by 3. Last season, Brent, Giannis played like he knew he was the best. Even finishing off dunks by yelling, "I'm the MVP."
Wow, you do that well, Kevin. Yeah, Giannis was incredible. And I like the fact that throughout the course of the season, there seemed to be laser focus on every night, competing and getting better. He's just shouldering the responsibility of this entire franchise, and I'm looking forward to see where his game goes from here.
And here's Giannis, after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. And here's Giannis. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
First free throw is good. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from a summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
And it's Harrell missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Pass to Hill. Now here's Lopez, defended by Beverly. Here is Ilyasova. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Now here's Harkless. Not a lot of room. Now here's Beverly, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Williams finds Green. Pass to Harrell. Just 4 to shoot. Williams for 3. The shot will not fall. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Lopez, no luck. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Now here's Harkless, guarded by Korver. Williams scanning the floor. They need this one, and it's blocked.
Ilyasova, with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Hill passes to Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Williams. Korver dishes to Ilyasova. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
And there's the pass to Beverly. Here's Harrell. Green breaking loose, and it's Harrell missing.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And that one's good from Connaughton.
A decent passer for a point guard, not traditional. I'd like to see George Hill keep on making good, decisive plays like that.
And here are the Clippers now after the basket by Milwaukee. Williams can't hit.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm, or you're going to get a call.
Outside Korver lets it go from deep. No good. Shot missing. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
In the Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Jermichael Green is out there with Montrezl Harrell, and it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player." Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win. Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Lou Williams. Good season for him last year. He's averaged 20 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
That's good from Lopez.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was third in points in the paint themselves and first in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves on the offensive flow.
He doesn't get the second one. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, they play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
And here is Williams. George Hill getting it to go from deep. Passes it to Shamet. Back to Harrell. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, but they get it back. Williams kicks to Leonard. Second chance shot. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Pass to Court. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And that one, good.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Pass to Williams. 13 feet away. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Hill passes to DiVincenzo. It's back to Hill. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
First free throw is good, and the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Matthews in for Hill. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Tremendous amount of excitement around the Clippers right now, and why not? 2 elite players that can play both sides of the floor. They were already talented and scrappy. You just wonder if this group, with some of the additions and subtractions, can come together in the same way that last year's group showed the type of cohesion that a team that wants to perform at elite levels needs to do.
Now Harrell, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Count that one. Lopez has got the lead up to 6 now for Milwaukee. And Brent, over the last few years, the Clippers have had to replace true stars.
It's pretty amazing with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin not being in Clipper uniforms, how the organization has turned it around in such a short span to have the opportunity that it has in front of them now to go further than what those three guys provided for so many years in Los Angeles.
Here's DiVincenzo, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. Fast break, Milwaukee jumps up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now here's Williams. A 17-point game for him in the win against Utah. Leonard inside, defended by Middleton. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Shamet.
Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell.
A very nice season for him last year. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Bucks leading by 10. Here's Matthews. Makes it off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Leonard draws the double. Williams for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
And the pass to Harrell. Back to Shamet. Passes it to Leonard. He's looking for Harrell and finds him.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Shamet. Here's DiVincenzo. 17 points in his last outing. Well, in his rookie year, Dante DiVincenzo spent some time in the NBA and some time in the G League. And Brent got plenty of chances to learn on the fly.
DiVincenzo getting 27 games last year with the Milwaukee Bucks and a lot of experience in the G League. That's going to pay off, Kevin, as he's going to find out where it is that when he gets into the game, he's going to have the most confidence. Mike Budenholzer and the staff have a program for him, and he's sticking to it, and he's ready to go.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
And with their struggles at the line this quarter, their free throw percentage has dropped down to about 55%. That's not going to get it done.
So it's the Bucks now. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. DiVincenzo's got 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. Who's got loose?
Outside Williams. Over Bledsoe. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Williams. The Bucks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Bledsoe outside. And he makes good on the layup. He has 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. 5th is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Now Middleton, three-pointer, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
Leonard looking around. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Giannis kicks to Middleton. Bounce pass, Lopez. DiVincenzo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Leonard against Middleton. And it's Leonard missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
No good from Bledsoe. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Williams. Kicks to Harrell. Bledsoe against Williams. That one good for 2. Williams has got 9.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Harrell.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now, here's Zubac. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. Giannis inside. Harrell on him, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And Los Angeles with some changes. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Connaughton's checked in. Now, here's Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against Utah. Pass to Zubac. Harkless with it. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Now, Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. Dishes it to Bledsoe. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Looking now at some numbers for Chris Middleton. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when a star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come.
Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lopez, no luck. There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Zubac with it, defended by Middleton. Clock at 6. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Middleton dishes to Bledsoe. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beverley against Bledsoe. And Beverley kicks to Zubac. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Back to Bledsoe. And the jumper is on the mark. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
The shooting stroke of Eric Bledsoe looking good. Knows he's got the green light.
And so it's Milwaukee. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any ball.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews, and it's Lopez in at the center position, and it's Leonard missing. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. Matthews, no good.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Leonard's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Clippers. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before, just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's Matthews. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Leonard. And Patterson kicks to Beverly. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got 7.
And becoming more of a staple of his attack offensively. You give Beverly a look from deep, and he'll make it.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for Zubats. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Bledsoe against Beverly. The pass to Shamet. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
That free throw good from Leonard.
And you think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run. Much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior year. This could be the year with these additions where they break through.
And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Hill against Beverly. They could use a bucket. Hill, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the wide open shot from Green. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Antetokounmpo up top. Defended by Beverly. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The Bucks have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams has checked in. Free throw no good for Giannis. Here's Los Angeles now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Korver finds Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Williams against Matthews. Williams with the ball. He's got 9. 5 to shoot. Up top, Leonard. He's covered by Matthews. Bucks leading by 5. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Williams. And here is Patterson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Now, here is Hill. He's got 8. Pass to Matthews. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 7. He gets it in there. Beverly's got 9.
Well, Patrick Beverly is not going to back down from anybody. Even inside, he feels comfortable shooting under that kind of pressure.
Beverly against Hill. Giannis outside. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Now here is Hill, taken away by Williams. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here is Matthews after the Clippers pick up 2. And here's Korver from the arc. And that one is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Leonard. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Matthews. Here's Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Milwaukee in the lead. Here is Hill. He's got 8. He feeds it to Lopez. Here's Connaughton. Back to Lopez. That one goes in. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
And at 277 pounds, Lopez absorbs contact well. Difficult to deter him on the way up.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 11. Here's Harkless. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Harkless hits them both. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Ilyasova. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Williams against Korver. With the floater. Williams' shot is off. The Bucks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Well, there's on Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Here is Williams after Kyle Korver's bucket. Now Williams. He's got 9. For the tie. No good that time.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Good on the three-point shot.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Williams passes to Harrell. Back to Williams. And it's blocked. Outside Korver. Pass to Lopez. And he makes that one. And it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Now here's Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. From deep. The rebound by the Bucks. On the wing, Corver, defended by Harkless. Pass to Connaughton. Now Lopez. To the paint. Here's Connaughton, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Connaughton's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's the pass to Harrell. And here is Harkless to stop the run. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Bucks leading by 10. 1:09 left here in the third quarter. Hill with it. He's got 8. Launches it. Green with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And stolen by Ilyasova.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
And here is Hill. Passes it to Connaughton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Lopez. Over Williams. Off the line-out.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot. I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And the 3 ball is good.
They're just shredding the defense in the pick and roll. Lou Williams only needing just a little bit of space to work.
And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks lead by 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Harkless is out there with Harrell, and it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Floats it up there for Harrell, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Harrell doesn't really force. It's a lot of baskets on the roll where he's around in close to make an impact offensively.
Bledsoe against Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
throw good, Lou Williams.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Middleton. To the left side wing. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Shamet. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clippers trail by 5. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Williams' shot is off.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
For 3, Middleton. Offensive rebound. And to Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Harkless. Second shot opportunity. No good there. Great D that time for Middleton. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists now in this one.
Wow, the energy from Bledsoe in this one. Excelling at turning on the jets and getting to the basket.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Williams. Here's Shamet. The Clippers rebound. Bucks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Got a piece of it. There's the killer two-handed slam.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring. Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
Free throw good. Giannis. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the second round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked second-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. It's leading by 6. Middleton outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton against Leonard. 6 to shoot. Bledsoe outside. three-pointers off the mark. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Leonard. The pass to Harkless. Shamet on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. And it's Shamet missing. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Giannis. Clippers trail by 8 in the corner. Shamet with it. Los Angeles with another miss. Now here's Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. Passes it to Lopez. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Patterson's got his 6th rebound on the night, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Leonard against Middleton. Leonard the pass to Patterson. Williams with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Such a difficult cover for any defense. Lou Williams is adept at putting the defense in uneasy situations, backing them up quite a bit.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Bledsoe looking it over. Middleton on the wing. Fires from deep. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's tough by Chris Middleton. Squares up and extends past the defense strong. Gotta give him a little bit of credit on how focused he was on that hoop.
Here's Leonard. Great D that time for Middleton.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And the Clippers call time here.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past, still a solid shooter from all ranges.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Williams against Bledsoe. Lopez outside. Middleton the pass to Bledsoe. And here's Matthews with a three. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Leonard the pass to Williams. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
6'1" guard, Bledsoe up there with the block. Wow.
Back to Shamet. Over Matthews. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, an aggressive Antetokounmpo is a good thing for this team. Taking it in with force to the rack and getting the foul.
Shooting 2.
Makes the first. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Both free throws good for Giannis. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Beverly. Pass to Shamet. Now Zubats. Lopez covering. Now here's Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Beverly against Middleton. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Shamet. Latre.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Here's Middleton. And the rejection by Zubats. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Beverly against Bledsoe. Giannis inside.
Nice to see Patterson make a difference on the defensive end of the floor, staying with his man.
Stolen by Middleton. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And the rejection by Zubats. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 6th assist on the night. Beverly looking around. Here's Leonard. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Bucks lead by 14.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
Beverly against Bledsoe. Here's Leonard. Pez with the block. And it's the Bucks on the break. Giannis is running. And there's the feed to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. No good on the triple.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Here's Matthews. Up and in on the layup.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Now Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. First free throw is good. That one is no good. Bucks leading by 15. Count the basket.
Well, he might be 6'1", but Eric Bledsoe is fantastic with different kinds of finishes around the rim.
And the Clippers call time here. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Milwaukee on D. 17-point lead, their biggest. The pass to Shamet. And here is Zubac. He's covered by Matthews. Lopez with the block. Giannis outside. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Back to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And the rejection by Giannis. Middleton outside. Lopez inside. Zubac defending. Antetokounmpo. Basket good. Antetokounmpo's got 31 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Passes to Patterson. Here's Leonard, covered by Giannis.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying
win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Giannis.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Kicks it to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shamet with it. He kicks it to Beverly. Over Bledsoe. And that one hits back iron. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, great night for you. How did it all come together?
My team's doing a great job of getting me open, and our guards are finding me, and I'm just putting the ball in the basket when I can.
You were open and available all night, Wesley. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.